Here you are, at a train station, waiting for something. You packed your favorite sweater and left the keys on the kitchen counter. You came here because of the feeling. When the feeling first arrived, you didn't pay it much attention. Thought if you ignored it, it might go away, but feelings ignored do not wither, they swell. So when the feeling kept scratching, naturally you grew annoyed, wondered who was to blame for the feeling's arrival in the first place. First, you blamed your hormones, then the weather, then the full moon, then your job, then your mother, then your lover, then the government, then the media, then God. When you realized it didn't matter who you blamed, the feeling would not go away. You decided to define it, hoping if you called it by its name, it might vanish. First, you called it depression, then anxiety, then loneliness, then stress, then fear, then anger, then boredom. When you realized it was all of these things and none of them at the same time, you tried to escape it. First, you used wine, then chocolate, then Tinder, then you binge-watched Netflix for 3 days straight, then pizza and chocolate, then pizza and chocolate and wine and Netflix all at the same time. When you realized that momentary pleasure would only give way to long-term dissatisfaction, you decided to deal with it. First, you went to a therapist, then to a monk, then to a beach in Bali. Then you started reading self-help books. Then you started meditating. Then you became a vegan. Then you ran a marathon. When you realized no matter what you did, the feeling would persist. You thought about drinking a handful of white pills. You wondered if you might be the sort of person who leaves a note. Only then, when you were at your lowest, did it get quiet enough for you to hear what the feeling said when it spoke. It said, leave. But you didn't listen and you didn't leave because a feeling in a world that worships thinking is an impossible thing to listen to. And you had a life. And you were a person to other people who expected you to show up at certain locations at specific times, and you had emails and appointments and schedules and stuff that belonged to you, and you couldn't very well just leave. You realized when you didn't listen to the feeling, it started shouting. So you started shouting back, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. When you realized you would fight the feeling forever, that you could not lock it in an attic, bury it underground, or smother it with a pillow. When you found yourself clutching your chest on a linoleum floor, as if your heart might abandon your body altogether, you realized for the first time why the feeling had to arrive. Not to threaten your life, but to save it. Because you could not become who you needed to be by remaining who you were. And that is how you came to be here now, at a train station, waiting for something, while you packed your favorite sweater and left the keys on the kitchen counter.